Hi everyone. I wanted to make this review about 1959 Kirk Hammett Greeny Epiphone. That's the top of the range Epiphone that I bought online from Thomann. This is basically the model. Kirk Hammett Greeny 1959 Epiphone standard, and this is the control number. I bought it online without seeing the guitar, and I want to point on a couple of issues that no reviewer, there's about 100 of reviews online about this guitar, and nobody mentioned these issues with quality control. First issue is with the case that is inadequate and for the guitar, and it has not been protected and prepared for the transport properly. And second, bigger issue is that the fretwork and the setup on the guitar is very bad, and this guitar should have never left the Epiphone factory. Now let's take a look at the case issue. This is the guitar that I got there. If you take the case like this and move it a little bit, you can hear the guitar moving inside, which should not be the case. It should be snug, so the guitar doesn't damage itself and doesn't damage the frets and strings and everything. The guitar came only with a small piece of paper that is supposed to protect this part where it presses the strings. The problem is that it moves around, and under here you have a big space. I can put my whole finger where this part is, which is supposed to support the guitar, so the neck is not actually the only thing supporting. If you put something like this, the regular Epiphone case, I had many Epiphones, is much better because it's plush and it's really tight around, the guitar doesn't move. If you put just this part, so the neck has some movement, you see it's not now relying on this part here, and close. Of course, this part here, it should be something a little bit more solid to protect the strings. If you do this and close the case again, and now do the same test, it's much better. It's not moving, and this is how it should have been prepared, of course, also with some support for the lateral movement, in order to protect the guitar when shipping. So when I think about lateral movement, I think something should have been here. So that's one problem, and this is also up to Thomann, who the case was open, so they knew what they were shipping. The bigger problem with the guitar is that it has not been set up from the factory. I don't know if other reviewers got the guitars prepped for them because they are affiliated reviewers, and I don't do this for any money or anything. The guitar was with loose strings. The string height was at least double of what it should have been. I have set up guitar as per Gibson Memphis factory setup. So the first string should be, and I have set it up, basically when you measure here like this, when you capo the first fret, at 15th fret it should be 3/64 of an inch, and at higher A string it should be 5/64 of the string. That's about 1.5 millimeter here and 2 millimeters here. I have set it up a little bit higher than that, and when you release the capo here, then if the nut has been cut properly, it should be 3/64 of an inch here and 5/64 of an inch here. So if we take a look at my little measure tool that I have standardized, when you capo it here, it's now set up a little bit more at 15th fret. We're looking at this one now, which is 1.5. It's been set up around 1.5 millimeters. It should be 1.2, so it's higher than it's necessary. And here it is set up even more than 2 millimeters. if I release this, you can see that now it's even higher at 12th fret. That's because the nut has been not cut properly, and I can almost pull my card under, which is 1.5 millimeters. Here it should be 0.4, and here it should be 0.8 millimeters. So you can see that this string is, for example, very high. But even if we think that the relief on the neck has been set up properly, more or less, if we press the 1st fret and then 15th fret and check it on the 7th, it has a bit of relief. I don't know if it's visible. And the same is for the low 6th string, so it has enough relief like it should be. I don't have my gauges here, but you can see that it moves a bit, so the relief is good, and that is the factory spec. It should be that way. So even with the strings higher than from the Gibson factory spec, there are serious problems with the fretwork, and it has not been touched nor basically inspected or set up. I will demonstrate. If we look at here, for example, or here, for example, so we can go fret by fret, but if we take this beautiful Crimson Guitars rocker, we can actually identify that the problems, you can see that the frets are not damaged, so there's no damage on the frets. But if we take the rocker and inspect, basically, we can see there's no movement here, no movement here. But if we try here, for example, you can see that it's moving because that fret is low and this fret is high. The same here, if we take the rocker and check it up here on this one. I mean, there's many places, unfortunately, on the neck. You can see no movement here, no movement here, but you can hear the movement here and here, no movement here. So if we inspect the neck, and I did it with this one, I found at least 20 frets that are not, 20 places on the frets that are not good. If we go by string, I will demonstrate the first string. The second string. This is the third string. Another that one. Let's see the fourth string. Here. Here. Again. Here again. Again. Let's see the fifth string. Here. Again. Here. And the sixth string. Another. Another one. So you can see that the fretwork is pretty bad. And again, the string height is pretty high. I personally prefer lower string action, and on all my other guitars I set it up at 1 mm at the lower E string and about 1.5 at the top end. There's a Kramer pacer over there that is actually set up pretty good, and out from the factory it doesn't have any problems, but that one is made in Indonesia, the same group, Gibson group. Much better job with the case also, which is pretty snug. And I had other Epiphones that actually were set up very decent from the factory, that I haven't have to touch anything. For the top of the range Epiphone that is made like this, it's a one-piece neck and beautiful wood, long neck tenon, everything like it should be, and Gibson made pickups. I would expect much more. The quality control for this guitar has not been done, and inspection and setup has not been done. I'll just show you the serial number of this guitar. So I'm not sure if that's going to be visible. I'm going to move it like this so you know which year and model and factory it came out from. I hope that's visible. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. Basically, the guitar is beautiful, but serious problems with the quality control, and both Thomann and Epiphone, of course, first at first place, and Thomann should have noticed this, and they shouldn't have shipped the guitar this way. Okay, bye everyone, and thank you.